Yeah, because that's the thing. I think that the Miami Heat, they have a very young core. I mean, we've been talking for now, what, 16 minutes, and we haven't even got, to Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Nikola Jovic.
Hmm.
So what are your opinions on those two guys? Because I really do think we have a gem in Jaime Jaquez Jr.
Hmm.
What he's able to do. He's kind of like a Jimmy Butler, like in terms of he's pretty much good at everything. He's not
Hmm.
necessarily the best at one thing, but he can give you a lot. So how important is this season for Jaime Jaquez Jr. and Nikola Jovic? Because Jovic is playing right now for Serbia.
If there's a player that I would look at in the NBA and go, he's a Laker or he's a Knick. Every time I watch Jaime Jaquez, I'm like, he looks like a Miami Heat. Even if he didn't play for the Miami Heat, that's what I would think, because he looks like he fits that culture. He fits that style. The Lakers didn't make the mistake that they made the year before, passing on a grown-up in Jaime Jaquez, who was right down the block. They didn't make that mistake again when they drafted Dalton. The Miami Heat found a guy who, one, is an adult, two, is a quick study, and three, does everything necessary for this particular unit and for this Heat culture. He does everything necessary in order to be productive. He knocks down the long ball. I think that he's going to get better on defense. I don't think that there's a question about his toughness. I think he can handle the ball with some of the best of the young rookies, young wings in the game. And I think that's going to get better. I feel like his ability to stretch the defense, which I watched in the summer league, I think that's going to enhance Miami even more. You guys found a gem. I'm actually on record saying that watching Jaime Jaquez, with the exception of Danny Ainge getting charged with a felony for what he did to Brooklyn, I think that the Miami Heat should be charged with a felony for bagging Jaime Jaquez the way that they did. Because the fact that all of you guys passed on him, and he just works right in with what they're doing. Now, as far as Jovic, a lot of people think that being a rotation guy is a bad thing. That's why I dig Ware, because Ware at the 5, Bam at the 4, and now you got both Tyler Hero and Jovic coming off your bench. Those are rotation guys that a lot of teams don't have. That's firepower that a lot of teams don't have. And Jovic's kind of fits into, for me, he kind of fits into a Detlef Schrempf role for me. He can come off the bench and immediately give you buckets. I feel like he can rebound the basketball. I was a little nervous watching him earlier in the year. And the reason why I was nervous, because it didn't seem like he was getting it. Well, the reason why he wasn't getting it is because he wasn't playing very much. That's probably why. I feel like once he plays more, even if it's in a rotation role, I feel like he plays more. He's one of those Euros that's a quick study, and I feel like he can be really instrumental in what the Miami Heat are doing. But as far as Jaime Jaquez, I think you got your small forward for the next 10 years. I do. I think you got your starting small forward for the next 10 years, right? When I saw Dwayne Wade, this was in 2005. I remember watching Dwayne Wade, and I'm not saying that Jaime Jaquez is Dwayne Wade good, but I remember watching Dwayne Wade, and I said, that's your starting two guard for the next 10 years right there. I think you straight. I feel the same way about Jaime Jaquez in terms of you having that role filled. I think you got your starting small forward for the next 10 years.